Several crowded scenes across Atlanta yesterday, causing alarm. A packed Piedmont Park with little to no signs of social distancing or any masks there. And then the release of the new Air Jordans drew many people to Greenbrier Mall, where again, we saw safety measures appearing to be absent. But today, it looked a little different. Here's a live look at Centennial Olympic Park right now, where crowds seem to significantly be smaller there. They're more spaced out. You can see barely anyone there. You see someone riding on what appears to be a bicycle and then a few people walking around. Not as big of a crowd as we saw yesterday. Shanu Hur shows us the stark contrast in people's behaviors in just the last 24 hours.
A much different scene on Sunday in Atlanta, with barely any crowds in sight at the parks, but signs reminding people about social distancing and police nearby. On Saturday, just a day after Governor Brian Kemp lifted the statewide shelter-in-place order for most Georgians, crowds of people stepped out all across Atlanta. Georgia is one of 34 states that have either lifted restrictions or have started scaling back. At Piedmont Park Saturday, cyclists, joggers, families, hundreds filled up the park despite the governor's recommendation.
I'm urging Georgians to continue to stay home whenever possible. The fight is far from over.
But the crowds didn't stop at the park. Shoppers lined up at the Greenbrier Mall, anxious to snag a pair of the Jordan sneakers that just dropped Saturday afternoon. On Twitter, the city of Atlanta tweeted this flyer reminding people of the social distancing guidelines. We asked law enforcement across the metro how they plan to reinforce any of the guidelines. The Clayton County Police Department responded, saying they are asking citizens to voluntarily comply and seeking compliance through education.